So, I get asked a lot about what are the worst things about living in a van. What's the worst thing about van life? And somebody even asked me today, what are my worst 9 things about living in a van? I can't think of 9 things that are bad about living in a van. Not even probably 5 or even 3, right? But I'll tell you what, I've got one thing that is by far the worst thing about living in a van. By far, a million miles. Right, so this is my experience this evening. I went to go try somewhere new. I had to be in a different town to where I normally stay for a meeting tomorrow morning. So I thought, well, I'll park up in that town. So I parked up in that town on an industrial estate. Now, I never ever stay on industrial estates because I live in quite a rural area, so I've got the pick of the Peak District and all kinds of nice places. But just for one night, I just thought I'll stay in this industrial estate. So, as you may have seen from the previous video, I did a live video. I filmed that at this industrial estate. I was laid in my bed, just chilling out, no drama. But then, just as the live was about to end, I kept hearing some noises. Like some smashing noises and stuff, and this and that. So anyway, I ended the live, chilled out for a few minutes, and then heard more smashing and clashing of metal and all kinds of stuff. And I looked out my sunroof, and there were 2 young lads, probably only like teenagers, young teenagers, I think, just smashing the shit out of everything in sight. They were emptying bins and smashing glass and throwing metal around and all kinds of stuff. And then, as you may have seen from my Instagram story, they were setting the bins on fire, or setting things on fire. Now, I'm not about to go causing trouble with teenagers. I just went out there and just said, I hope you're not planning on setting that bin on fire. The bin was next to a big, huge industrial building. I don't want no big fires. And also, I didn't want a fire close to my van either. Anyway, the kids were nice. I went over and said, you know, cut it out sort of thing. The kids were nice and they moved on. However, do I then want to leave myself in a vulnerable position where I'm parked right outside where I've just told some little kids to bugger off? No, I don't want to do that, because then I'm vulnerable. They could have just thrown something under my van that's on fire, and then that would have been it, or smashed my windows or something. Ain't nobody got time for that. Anyway. So what that meant is I had to move on at like 9:45 at night, which is not ideal moving on at that time. Now, this is a long-winded story, I appreciate, but I'm getting to my point right now. Planning where you're going to stay is essential, because just driving round and round and round looking for places to stay is bad. It's awful. It starts, certainly for me also, I've been driving around for the last hour trying to find somewhere to park. And then I was told somewhere to park, and the sat-nav sent me somewhere completely different. And the stress levels, the heat, I've been sweating, and it's not that warm outside. I've been sweating, I've been panicking, I've been anxious, I've been sad. All because I don't know where I'm going to stay tonight. Now, that is by far the worst thing about van life, and that's a million miles away from anything else. There is nothing else anywhere near as bad as this about van life. Plan your park-ups and don't take risks, because tonight I am in a foul mood. I'm stressed out, I'm panicky, my heart's racing, all because I was stressed out about finding somewhere to stay. Now, this doesn't happen very often to me, because again, I plan it in advance. I know where I'm going, usually, but tonight was a tough one. Now, I have friends who live in houses around around Sheffield and Rotherham. I could have just gone and knocked on their door, said, can I stay with you tonight? But that's not the point, is it? It's not van life. I'm choosing to live in my van because I want to live in my van. I want to be on my own. I want to be out cool places. But this is the worst thing. I'm not having a good time right now. I'm not happy. I'm regretting everything. I want to sell my van. I don't really want to sell my van, but you know, I just want to be back in a house and safe somewhere. But anyway, that's how I was feeling like 10 minutes ago. right now, although I still, bear with me. Although I'm still on a bit of a come down from the panic, I am now in a safe place. A definite safe place as well. A recommendation, a secure place. I've just had to unlock a gate to get into this place, and then I'm going to lock it on the way back out again. So I'm very lucky that my friend Mick phoned me about this place. And actually, I think it might be a regular park-up, potentially. A new regular park-up. But, again, going back to the worst thing about van life, it is this stress of finding places to park. And again, this is true van life. And I don't very often say true van life, because I think anybody that lives in a van is living a van life. And I guess lots of people have different interpretations of what van life actually is. For me, I'm more relaxed on it. Like, if I stay in a house 3 nights a week, I don't. But if I did stay in a house 3 nights a week and stayed in my van 4 nights a week, all my possessions are here. This is my home. So I'm still living van life. Anyway, you all have your own interpretations of what van life is. But for me, this is it. I forgot what my point was. I went on a rant, started thinking about boobies or something, and I can't think of anything else other than boobs. I do like boobs. Boobs are good. I like touching boobs and stuff. Should we change it? Where was I? Someone remind me. Yeah, anyway, this is the worst thing. The worst thing about van life is not having park-ups organised and not knowing where you're going to go. It's not fun. I've started thinking about boobs again. I'm in a good mood now because I'm thinking about boobs, actually. All my problems from earlier are forgotten. Everything's good. I've got a safe place to park now. I'm thinking about boobs. Life's good. But anyway, worst thing about van life is not knowing where you're going to stay at any given moment. It is not fun in the slightest. It causes so much anxiety and stress. And all because I tried somewhere new. I've got 5 places that I regularly stay over Sheffield way. But I needed to be in Rotherham today, so I thought I'd try somewhere different. And actually, you know, industrial estates, like I've said, is not somewhere I stay very often. So it's an experience. I want to experience what it's like to stay in these different places. Because in future, if I need to stay in an industrial estate, I'll be confident in doing it. I'm still relatively new to van life, don't forget. I've been living in a vehicle for almost a year, but I've been staying at some safer places as well. And, you know, I've been staying with lady friends and stuff sometimes. So I've had it quite easy up till now, I think. So yeah, I thought I'd try something new, and it fucking bit me in the ass, and that is it. There are no other downsides to van life that I can see. Everything's a positive. It is a great life. I'm not going to show you where I am right now, but I will make a video of where I am right now some other time, because this place looks good. Out that window is good, believe me. It's not Cornwall good, it's not Peak District good, it's a different kind of good. For a safe, secure park up, added to my list. Do you want to peek? No, I'm not going to let you peek. I'm not going to let you peek. You can see it some other time. You can see it. It's a secret. Secret park ups. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. I love you and appreciate you all. As usual, it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. You all complete me. You all make this possible. And I love you. I love you with all my heart. Even the ones that I don't know, or the new ones, even you new people that have just subscribed, love you. Anybody who's pressed that subscribe button, I love you. Even if you're one of the haters that's still subscribing to me so you can give me some shit, I love you anyway. Kill them with kindness. Share the love. I'll see you all soon. Bye, Felicia.